my moveset for Tabuu in Super Smash Bros. Tabuu is the final boss of the Subspace Emissary in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I picked Tabuu because with the last Smash character coming up, I believe that it should be something that celebrates Smash as a whole, and this, in my opinion, is going to be Sakurai's last Smash game, or last game in general. I believe because of that, it should be a Smash original fighter, and I would go with Master Hand, but he's too big, and unlike Ridley, I don't think he can be downsized and have his moveset still work. Master Hand prides his moveset on being a big floating hand obstacle that covers large parts of the screen, and I don't think it'd work if he was just scaled down. Tabuu's moveset, on the other hand, would work when being scaled down. And along with the moveset referencing Tabuu, I wanted to put care into designing the character to be in the spirit of Smash, incorporating some Smash mechanics into it. However, it's hard to design a cohesive moveset that all leads into each other, so combos were not in mind when designing this. Only moves I think would be cool. For art notations, because I did, again, as with the other Smash movesets I've done, I did MS Paint art to try to show what I'm trying to say. With simple stick figures. So, on screen is the art notations for what each thing is going to be. Now, for his gimmick, Tabuu's gimmick would be his off wings. How it would work is that the more you hit opponents, shadow bugs will fly out of them and into Tabuu. After collecting enough shadow bugs, this will allow him to reform his off wings. While he has the off wings, his attacks do 1.1 damage, and some of his attributes and attacks change entirely. Tabuu will lose off wings when he either gets KO'd or gets hit by any smash attacks. I made this choice because we see that Tabuu's off wings can be destroyed by a powerful enough attack, such as Sonic Spin Dash. And Smash was originally designed with Smash attacks to be the most powerful and hard-hitting moves in the character's arsenals. Tabuu would be about the size of Ridley or Bowser, albeit a lot slimmer. And he would be a mid to heavyweight fighter, but would be very floaty. He wouldn't be too fast and wouldn't be too slow. He'd be around Sephiroth's speed. And while he has off wings, however, he would get substantially faster around Joker's speed. And he would have 1 mid-air jump, however, with off wings, he would have 3 mid-air jumps, like Charizard or Pit. For jab, his jab would utilize his rapid chop move. He would start the move with 2 chops, and then go into a more rapid chop with an upward chop at the end. For forward tilt, he would utilize his ghost projection. He'd set out a ghost of himself who'd go a short distance forward, dealing damage and knockback to any opponents who come in contact with him before disappearing. And the move would have a sweet spot when Tabuu's ghost finishes its movement. His up tilt would be very similar to his forward tilt, except the ghost projection moves upward. For down tilt, Tabuu would use pinpoint explosion. He'd bend down and point forward, causing an explosion a bit of the way away from him on the ground. With off wings, down tilt would add 2 more explosions in a line leading towards the one in the original move. The explosion closest to Tabuu would be more powerful than the rest. For dash attack, Tabuu would use his Shark Blade attack and turns into a Shark Blade type thing, albeit smaller than in the source material, and flies across the stage, dealing damage and knockback to whoever comes in contact with him. While off wings are active, the move grows substantially larger. For side smash, it would utilize his Dragon Laser. It would fire a laser sideways for a short distance, launching any opponent, and would have a sweet spot at the end of the laser. His up smash would utilize his eye lasers. Tabuu would look up into the sky and fire 2 small lasers from his eyes, and like with his side smash, the ends of the lasers would have a sweet spot. With off wings, Tabuu's head, and thus also the lasers, grow substantially larger and have more range. For down smash, Tabuu uses his rapid chops, 1 on either side of him. The first hit is in front and leads into the second hit, which is behind him. For neutral air, Tabuu would summon 3 electrical charges, which rotate around him for a short while as he falls down in an atom shape. So, like, the charges would rotate around him in an atom shape while he falls down. With neutral air, Tabuu stops in place. With off wings, Tabuu stops in place during neutral air. The electrical charges are also much larger, however, Tabuu is easily gimpable during this move if you can make it past the electricity. For forward air, Tabuu would use diving slash. He'd dash downward at a downward and forward angle, making this a recovery tool as well. If Tabuu lands on the stage while using the slash, he will also travel a short distance along the stage as well. The attack also has a long get-up animation after Tabuu finishes sliding, and the airborne portion of the move drags any opponent that it hits further along with him, however, it can be SDI'd out of. Furthermore, Tabuu drags the opponent to the bottom blast zone. If Tabuu drags the opponent to the bottom blast zone using this move, Tabuu dies first. With off wings, Tabuu can jump out of the airborne portion of the move, canceling it. With back air, Tabuu uses his diving slash in reverse, slashing upward and behind him a short distance. This moves Tabuu backward a bit, and so it can be used for mix-ups while recovering. Like with the previous move, the opponent is carried along until the end of the move where it launches. For up air, it would be similar to Zelda's up air, albeit smaller, using pinpoint explosion directly at his fingertips. With off wings, it generates two extra explosions where Tabuu is pointing, the one in the middle being the sweet spot. For his down air would be similar to DK's aerial down B, but with only one slap instead of two. And it also spikes the opponent. With off wings, Tabuu now stops in midair when using this move and does 4 slaps downward. The first 3 keep the opponent in the move, leading to the last one, which spikes. However, Tabuu is easily gimpable while using this move, so watch out. For his grab, he uses the Chain of Light, and it's a tether grab and can also be used as a tether recovery. And his Pummel is a simple chop. For his forward throw, he tosses the opponent forward and then shoots his eye lasers at them. For his back throw, he spins and tosses the opponent behind him. For his up throw, he summons a ghost projection of himself that grabs the opponent and drags them upward for a short while. Tabuu can move shortly after the clone starts moving, so he can easily follow it up. For down throw, Tabuu jumps into the air and then slams the opponent into the stage. I didn't really show that well with the drawing. For his neutral special, would have him use Bullet Rain. He would launch a hail of rapid moving bullets forward. It would last for as long as the player holds the button, or for about 8 seconds before dissipating. If used in the air, Tabuu stops in midair and launches the bullets downward at an angle. However, he is easily gimbable in this state. With off wings, after Tabuu's neutral special ends, either by the player letting go or the charge running out, Tabuu fires a slow-moving fireball projectile that travels a distance before dissipating. Obviously, it's not going to be as large as shown here. If used on the ground, it's fired forward, and if used in the air, it's fired downward at an angle. Tabuu can also begin moving soon after the fireball leaves his fingers. For side special, he throws a shuriken boomerang. It travels a very large distance, and as the name implies, boomerangs back towards him. Like Link, Tabuu can move shortly after throwing the boomerang, and if it misses him on the return, he automatically gets it back after a few seconds. With off wings, Tabuu's side special changes into Dark Cannon. Tabuu pulls out a Dark Cannon which fires an arrow. This arrow deals little damage and no knockback, but turns the opponent into a trophy, forcing the opponent to either mash out or get hit by a follow-up attack from Tabuu. His up special is a simple teleport. I don't even need a drawing for this one. It's just a copy-paste of Palatilda's up special. With off wings, it continues to be a teleport, but Tabuu now summons an explosion where he vanished. His down special is Golden Brackets. Tabuu transforms into a pair of golden brackets and can move around freely for a short while before transforming back. If it grabs an opponent, it drags them straight down, and if it's above a stage, it stage spikes them upward. And if dragged to the bottom blast zone, Tabuu dies first. Tabuu is put into free fall if this move does not grab an opponent. With off wings, if Tabuu catches an opponent with down special, the move becomes a powerful spike instead of forcing Tabuu down with him. Furthermore, if the move doesn't hit anyone, Tabuu is not left in free fall. However, he cannot use down B or up B again. For his final smash, he actually has two final smashes. Without off wings, it's Subspace Bomb, which is a cinematic cutscene that begins with an activation circle around Tabuu being activated by Subspace Bomb. Tabuu then uses his off wings to turn the fighter into a trophy. It deals little damage for a final smash, however, it immediately gives Tabuu his off wings. For his final smash with off wings, he disappears and reappears at the middle of the stage, firing off a single ring. If the ring hits the opponent, it's an instant kill, no matter the percent. Yes, and I know this is broken, but A, it's a final smash, and B, it's source material accurate, and I feel bad leaving it out. To help balance it, it is like in the source material, it is easily dodged with a spot dodge or neutral air dodge, and upon using this move, Tabuu immediately loses his off wings. For the stage, it would be Great Maze Entrance, which would be a simple platform layout with walk-offs. With hazards on, occasionally clones of on-screen fighters will jump in from the rift in subspace, but however, they play with stamina and are easily defeated in 1 or 2 hits. They essentially act like Rosalina Luma. Thank you all very much for watching.